Hey there, Pardon this side. And today's video is on anime. Why I stopped watching it, and you probably should. Now, in reality, I have not completely stopped watching it, but I hardly watch one or two episodes per week. But it was in the year 2020 where I was introduced to anime. My friend told me to watch this beautiful anime called Naruto. And the first 5 to 10 episodes were so boring, but after watching 10 episodes, I was completely hooked onto this anime and I was clocking around 20 to 30 episodes per day. Just imagine how my day looked like. I was eating, I was sleeping, and I was watching anime the entire day. Now, this was back in the year 2020. As soon as my college started, my watch time reduced. I was watching around 3 to 4 episodes per day. That too also is a lot because you're spending around 1 to 1.5 hour watching anime of the entire day. But it again reduced by 80%, 80 to 90% when I started working. When I started working, I was watching around, I still am watching around 1 to 2 episodes per week. But through this entire journey from 2020 to 2024, what I realized about anime is a lot of things, but reality is not one of them. In fact, prolonged exposures to things which are unrealistic and over exaggerated can lead to unhealthy behavior and expectations from yourself and from the other people. It happened in the year 2020 where I was watching so much of anime that my social interactions were close to zero. It was negligible. I was not meeting anyone, not any of my friends. In fact, not even my family. I was not even coming out of the room. This was back in 2020, and I was not also participating in the real life activities. So this was it. You should reduce the amount of animes which you're watching. Now, why do I say this? Because one single plot is followed for all the animes in that specific genre. I'll just give you two examples. The first one being the action and adventure genre. Now, you will see that there is this one character who is not particularly strong. In fact, most of the time, he is the weakest in the entire world, who is not intelligent, who is not respected by others, and who is bullied by all the people around him. And through his hard work, through his persistence, he ends up becoming the best in the world, the strongest in the world, and the most respected person in the world. Also, sometimes he might get a girl and they end up happily ever after. But the world is not that cruel. In reality, the world is not that cruel. If someone is being treated that way, there will always be a person who is always kind to them. In fact, that is also shown in few of the animes. But this is the plot which is being followed in all the animes in action genre. Now, moving on to the next example, the romantic genre. Here also the same plot is followed by all the animes in the genre. The typical storyline is that this guy who is shy, who is timid, who is not particularly handsome, but is kind towards people and is your typical nice guy. But he ends up with the most smartest, most good looking girl in his class, in his college, or at his workplace. Now, this is a pretty rare scenario. But trust me, the amount of guys who can relate with that character is close to 75%. And even if the genders are reversed in that anime, the girls will relate with that character. But what I always think is, you should watch things which will motivate you or which will encourage you to get better. Now, this anime you are watching, you are relating with the character at a level you think that you are that character. Now, you will not get better. You will think that I am okay the way I am, but I'll set unrealistic expectations for someone else who is coming into my life. You're not going to get better by yourself, but you are going to set expectations which are unmatchable for someone else who is going to come into your life. So that is why I'm not that much interested in romantic genre. In fact, I don't believe, and I'm not interested in this kind of genre because it can set unrealistic expectation. It shows a reality in a very unrealistic way. That is why I don't watch romantic stuff, and also it doesn't help me to get better. Also, what really led me to make this video about stopping anime and or reducing the time which you are spending while watching anime. There was this particular anime which I got introduced to by my friend, and the name was Solo Leveling. And in this anime, this guy gains some kind of power. He has screens all over his place. Only he can see those screens. Nobody else can see those screens. And he gets his daily tasks, which helps him improve his strength, his intelligence every day. And now in the screens there is particular task he has to do it. So his character gains strength or gains intelligence. And while watching this anime, I got to thinking, I can do the same thing. I can have my plan right there, 100 pull ups, 100 sit ups, 100 push ups, and I can complete those tasks. Why am I watching this guy and cheering for him? So, this was a signal that triggered that I should do the same and stop cheering him and start cheering myself. And you should do the same. Why are you cheering for someone else to gain strength, to gain power, and become the best in the world while you can cheer for yourself? You don't have to do all those big tasks which are shown because anime is unrealistic, but you can always have daily tasks like he has all the tasks. You can just put in 20 push-ups, 20 pull-ups, 20 sit-ups. You can take those tasks and have your episode. In fact, that would be an episode. You are the main character, and that would be an episode in your life of 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Instead of watching that guy achieve his dreams, you can do the same for yourself. So that is what I wanted to convey through this video. Now, if you're someone who loves anime a lot, you might hate this video, but try to understand what I'm really trying to say. But if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. I cannot make you understand what I want to convey. You yourself have to do it. Now, as we are at the end of this video, like, share, and subscribe, and suggest me some topics down in the comment box, or else text me on Instagram, or if you have my number, text me on WhatsApp. Goodbye and take care. See you in the next video.